Hey there, welcome back. I know it's been a really hot minute since I've been back online, but when winter comes, I usually just kind of sit back, relax in the house, and play some games and whatnot, and I'll sit and just kind of bank up some money. And then when deals happen for like Black Friday or end of the year sales, stuff like that, that's usually when I'll make some purchases. And today, I will be changing out my steering wheel, which I already had an aftermarket steering wheel on here that I got from the Iowa swap meet a couple years ago. And I will be putting on, let's see, where did I put it? I got the Motion Raceworks quick detach steering wheel attachment. And for that, you already have to supply yourself with a GT Grant steering wheel adapter. Just give me a sec here. With GT Grant steering wheel adapter, I did have to tap mine with the hammer on this edge to get it to sit flush inside there, but I noticed right away when I went to put the adapter on there that it bottoms out inside this blind hole here, because this, what your nut goes on here and your little Jesus clip, that's what I'm going to call it, that little Jesus clip there, it has this big extrusion sticking out of it. So I'm going to end up grinding that down to that shoulder and then putting the clip back in. And I did notice that if you put your cap on that comes with your kit, it will get it a lot closer, but I can still wiggle it back for just a little bit. So I'm just gonna play it safe, do it once, do it right, grind that down. I'm gonna put a little bit of blue Loctite on before I put the nut on there, torque that down, put the clip in, and that should be that. And then from there, I'll be able to mount everything else up, and then it's going to be real quick and self-explanatory from there. As far as the adapter goes, I did get the 5 or 6 bolt adapter wheel, and based off their website, if you go with a flat steering wheel, kind of like how mine is kind of a flatter style, there is a little bit of contour to it, but if you go flat, it should bring it out really close to where it would sit factory. And the reason I'm doing this is because I don't have a tilt wheel, and being 6'3", I have a little bit of a harder time getting in and out of this around the steering wheel. And I will be taking out the bench seats, or not the bench, the buckets, because I bought another bench seat from the U-Pull. And at that same time, I did buy a new ACC carpet. And then I got some sound deadener I'm going to be putting down underneath that. So before I do any of that, just in case if any sparks kind of eat into the seats or the carpet, I'm just going to grind this down a little bit. Otherwise, if you're going to be doing this at home, I would recommend just kind of going inside. Don't tell your wife or anybody that you're grabbing one of them nice shower towels kind of deal, and kind of get it wet, lay it down so that way sparks don't eat into your bench seat, any of your seats, the carpeting. Just be careful it doesn't go up into the windshield, because, well, I welded before and had a little bit of splatter kiss the windshield, and it's not good. So I'm going to get on this, get going, and then I'll show you what I got going on once I get it ground down. So it'll be just a second. Here we go. All right, so I got my nut on there. I did put a decent amount of blue Loctite on there. I tightened it down. Then I put my little Jesus clip in. And if you notice, it's just kind of a safety measure. So that way that nut doesn't back off and then you lose your steering wheel. And before I did that, I just tossed the provided screws in there. And they all seem to be pretty loose. So it looks like everything's centered up. And then from there, you can go on, and I do recommend just tossing blue Loctite on everything as you're putting it together. You can toss the adapter on there, and then you are pretty much almost done. So I'm just going to continue on and bring you along with me. So to the next step. All right, I just finished this up. The sun is coming in at a weird angle, so I apologize for the lighting of everything, but everything came together really good. A couple things to note. It came with the horn delete button, but the width of this shoulder here was too thick to where my wheel would not sit flush against the mount. And the bolts that I used for it, I had to run to the hardware store and get longer socket head cap screws just to get through everything. Otherwise, everything went together pretty well. I put Loctite on all the mounting features except for the wheel, just because I went with a nylon lock, because I do plan on changing the wheel out at some point in the future. This is just a cheap wheel that I got from swap meet for, I don't know, I think it was $100 or something, because it came with the adapter. But it's going to work good for now. Happy with it. And it's just going to, again, make getting in and out really easy, not having a tilt wheel and just being so tall, because normally getting around the wheel is always the biggest struggle, getting in and out. So if hopefully you like this video, hopefully maybe something you want to look into. I don't know. Anyway, just let me know what you want to see down below. Eventually we're going to be putting in sound deadener all over this thing, along with new carpeting. And I got a bench seat. So that'll be probably in the next one. Otherwise, that's going to do it here. We will talk to you guys later. Bye.